All right, hi everybody, Ryan back again. So today we are going to talk about a PDC or Power Distribution Center on Paccar trucks, on your Kenworths and also Peterbilts. This one I'm holding here came off of a T680. So we're going to talk about why it's sitting here on my legs and what was wrong with it and what the issues were and why you need to look at this component. All right, and while we're talking about electrical issues here, I want to give a shout out to one of our sponsors, OTR Performance. So, you know, as you guys know, all these trucks these days are all electronic and everything, and you really need to have a tool in your toolbox out there on the road that can save you from a tow and all that terrible stuff, and you know, keep you going down the road at least somewhere you can get your problems fixed. So it's really nice, like especially when you're chasing problems like we're going to talk about here today. To actually look at real-time data, be able to clear codes, clear D-rate, and get yourself down the road and get your problems fixed. All right, guys, so as I said in the beginning, we're going to talk about the Paccar PDC or Power Distribution Center. If you own a T680 or a Peterbilt 579, if you've ever looked on your driver's side firewall on the outside underneath the hood, this is your little fuse box right here. And then you got 4 other connectors coming into this. So the back side of this is your fuse box underneath your kick plate, under your left foot, underneath your steering wheel. And this is where all your fuses are, and there's 4 wiring harnesses that plug into this. So this customer came in, and this is not the first time I've dealt with this issue. Customer came in, was getting faults with the transmission, DEF system, and a couple other sensors. So if I had problems with, like, okay, just the transmission or just the after treatment or something of that nature, I would be looking more at the harness going to that individual module or component. But when you got several different systems, like I say, it could be engine, chassis node, transmission, or after treatment. When you're getting faults over several different systems, there's a good chance it's going to be in this box, because this is what distributes power to everything. And there's you can't see it because it's kind of tight, but inside of this there's like a printed computer board. So it's not just like in the old days where you just had a fuse with with wire or whatever, or little bus bars going to different connections. It's actually a computer board. Now this individual, or this particular PDC, you'll notice there's the top tabs broke. So this door, even though it's locked, is loose. So what I'm thinking happened here is that this has been broke off and water has been getting inside this box through this door, because when you're driving down the road in heavy rains and all that, salt and all that stuff, that water is going to do weird stuff. You wouldn't think that it would get in there, but the way that the pressures and everything else are, and the wind from that water coming up from the tires and the wheel, because this isn't too far away from your driver's side steer tire. So water could work, even just run into this door. And like I said, this one I can move it, even with the bottom locked, I can move that at almost 1/4 of an inch. So it's definitely not sealing. And one of the dead giveaways that this could be an issue is this space right here, this plug where there was a relay, is the ECM relay. I pulled that out and it had a bunch of green stuff all over the tabs. And then as we pull it out, I mean, this bottom row is I believe one of these on the bottom row is for the ACM, the after treatment control module, and they got like white corrosion and stuff in them. So if you're seeing that stuff on the outside, this water has ran into this, and like I said, you get other corrosives like salt and brine and all that stuff they use on the roads, and that will corrode these computer boards and cause issues, multiple issues. So in summary, guys, if you've been to dealers where you're having these multiple system problems, they've replaced harnesses, done that, done this, and you keep having the same problem and they haven't replaced this, I would highly recommend looking into this component right here. It is very pricey. It was like $2,200. It's not. It only took me. It's like a 2-hour job to replace it. It's not a huge. It's pretty relatively easy in a T680, anyways, to replace. And there's actually been some warranties, or not warranties, but recalls out on these in the past. I believe there was one back in 2019 for the T680s. I think 2017 models or 16 models, to where actually one of the after treatment heater fuse ports or whatever on it wasn't heavy enough for the amperage, and there was a recall on it. So this is a known problem with Paccar. So if you're having multiple electrical issues across multiple systems, I would definitely look into this if you haven't already. Like I said, it's not cheap, so I would make sure I would check it out first. I mean, look for that corrosion and stuff in where the fuses are on the relays and all that stuff. And then, like I said, it's not really that hard to replace. It's just expensive, as I said again. But yeah. So that's pretty much it for today, guys. Like I said, check this guy out if you're having those problems. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the bell for the updates, and like the video as always. So with that, thanks for watching. Thanks for all the support. We'll see you next time.